Today's theme, pineapples and alcohol.
This episode sponsored by Stefan, Joseph, Linda, Ray, and Amy, and many others. Thanks for supporting the show. You can show your support by donating at everydaydrinkers.com/donate.
Welcome to Common Man Cocktails. I'm your host, Derek Schomer, and today we're going to create the Pearl Harbor. This recipe is very easy, number one. Number two, it's got pineapple juice. If you don't like pineapple juice, don't make this recipe, but watch anyway. Pineapple juice, Midori, vodka, that's the Pearl Harbor. A classic cocktail submitted by, well, not really, submitted, I guess. A Deadpan fool.
Deadpool fan.
I don't know what I was doing there.
There's someone that's drowning in a pool watching your show.
Yeah. Or somebody who does those gambling things off dead people, the Deadpool. I guess. Yeah. That's the only, I don't know. So, deadpan fool. I'm guessing somebody who's funny in a deadpan manner, but also foolish. And Yendi...
Or you're just reading too much into that.
I could probably be. You could just be, there's no YouTube names left. Yendi Mac, I think, would be how you say it. Suggested this because I had a question today saying, what classic cocktails haven't we done? It said QOTD, Pearl Harbor. So then we're going to do it. Let's do it. It's going to have 1.5 ounces of vodka over ice. So, I watched a couple different people make this. Nobody makes it the same because they use different sized glasses. Why does that matter? Anybody?
Seriously?
Okay. Because if the glass is too large, you need a lot more pineapple juice to top it with. Because it's going to be 1.5 ounces of vodka. It's going to be 3/4 ounce of Midori. And topped with pineapple juice. First, we're going to put in our 1.5 ounces of vodka right over the ice. No stirring. Screw that. We're going old school. 3/4 Midori. Again, you can probably mess around with how you're going to position this, like where you're going to put, which one you're going to put in first. I'm going to leave a little Midori here just so I can top it with it right at the end. So I want to do some of this here, that little add action, put a little more on the top, just little green sparkles. Looks pretty good. We're going to then add some pineapple. Lots of it. I want lots of pineapple. And a couple cherries. 2, because I can. You know what? Whoa! I'm making a mess. Making a mess. I'm going to pop off the stems, just so you don't have the stems in there. And you don't necessarily have to use your hands. But you can. As long as you're not at a bar, of course. Well, I guess if you're at a bar and you're serving yourself and the bartender's peeing or otherwise
and there's
not
other
there.
issues.
Yeah. So, what you basically get is this neat little combination of pineapple juice, pineapples floating in, great garnish, great looking cocktail. It smells like fresh pineapples.
So it's a little morbid, but are those like the boats underneath?
Oh, morbid. Yeah,
Sunk,
I don't...
Or...
I was looking, trying to find the history, because, it was listed as kind of a classic. Some recipes, you don't really know why they're classic. Maybe they just get requested a lot. I think it's because it's in an area that's kind of tropic, so you get the pineapple thing. And Midori is Japanese. So I could see there being a play on Pearl Harbor that way.
Yeah.
But I couldn't find any real history that would explain why this cocktail was named that, besides somebody theorizing, I think like on howto.com or something, saying they think the recipe was invented in Hawaii. Okay. So a Manhattan would be, I don't know. I think it's cool looking. The best part is it tastes awesome because it's got Midori pineapple juice in it.
Midori pineapple juice? Is that a new brand?
No. Midori pineapple juice means you're combining Midori. It's like sour mix. Sour and mix. Not a good argument. This is not as sweet as I expected it to be. It is sweet, and I think it gets sweeter as it sits, but it's got pineapple juice as its base, which arguably is sweeter than orange juice and other juices, as I've been told.
But it's not as sweet like a sweet and sour mix.
Yeah, but there's also some sour there. So where you get rid of that is why you don't have a Midori sour or like a melon ball or anything, because you get the Midori going on. But It's sweet with extra sweet. Midori is sweet, but it because of the volume, you're not getting any vodka in here. And I think the vodka is the main component for disaster, right? I mean, people are putting vodka in here because they want the alcohol. Midori is not necessarily 20% alcohol, and the rest. So light though. With pineapple juice, typically, I don't even know how much pineapple juice you'd have to put in here to get the flavor, the more. Maybe it's because it's not shaken. You know how you get that thick, frothy pineapple? You're not getting that here. You're getting more of a pineapple flavor, but a very refreshing drink. And the best part at the end, vodka, Midori, pineapple infused pineapples and cherries. That's a good time. That is the Pearl Harbor. I'm sure you'll find half a dozen different varieties of ways of creating it, most of which have these three components in some measure or another, some bigger, some smaller. I like this one, but then again, I haven't tried all of them. So, there you go, the Pearl Harbor. EverydayDrinkers.tv. Question of the day. What other cocktails names do you know of that have historical significance behind their name? We haven't figured out if this one does. Maybe somebody can write in if they know. Maybe you're from the place that invented Pearl Harbors. I would say Oahu or something. Give us the cocktails that have some historical name significance behind them. EverydayDrinkers.tv. We're teaching you how to drink.